Good morning, Maya Palbach. Here's the plan. Nothing new. That's what the engineer told me. More of the same. More walls upstairs, more swimming pool, more perimeter wall. I don't know what else is coming up today. We'll have to wait and see. What could possibly go wrong? I want to just take a moment to talk about blueprints. A couple of people have commented either in the comment section or direct messaging. One from my friend Chris in Australia said basically with all these changes that we're doing kind of on the fly, don't we have blueprints and plans? Well, the answer is yes, we do, including for electrical. But let me tell you what I see when I look at a blueprint. Loads of lines in French. I kind of maybe get some sense of what it says. But in the real world, I can't speak French. I did it at school. I thought, I had a bit of a clue. And then on week 1, when I first went to my job, they said, call the Paris office. So I did. And I said, in French, good morning, how are you? And somebody replied to me. And I had absolutely no idea what they said. That's me looking at a blueprint. I get some vague sense in the back of my mind of that piece of paper. But when I then try and translate that into the real world, it just doesn't compute. So yes, we've got a load of information about electrical outlets. But the moment I step into a bricks and mortar room, I think, yeah, that's not right. That's not enough. That's in the wrong place. That's too much. Whatever it is. Blueprints. French. Which is fine, if you're French. I'm not. And another thing, no internet since I posted that last video. How pampered have I become that life becomes unbearable with no internet? Shocking. Even by my standards, this is a ridiculously late start. It's now 9:25 and it's time for the first walk around. I was honestly up at 6:20. And then I made what I think was the completely correct decision to sit there feeling sorry for myself for about an hour because there was no internet. And then headed over to the other small house we have to get an internet connection. And now I'm back here feeling sorry for myself again. Anyway, wall going higher here on this south-facing bit around the corner. So they are quite rapidly getting that part of the wall up to height. And if you just keep those dizzy wheels handy, the diggerator is once again over here trying to do what it can with all of this stuff in the way. But at the moment, it's all still in the way. So I don't think they've actually done too much to attack this yet this morning. Hopefully, well, I mean, maybe the plan today is just to focus on building up the rest of the wall. We'll see later on whether any of this stuff shows any sign of being removed. Manny's checking on his future puppies. Which ones, Manny? Do you know which one? Oh, one's still hiding. So yeah, I think the plan is Manny's taking 2 of them. The rest remains to be seen what they're going to be done with. Here at the pool, they are continuing with the plastering. They built up the guide at the bottom to give them the indication of the depth of this layer of plaster. They've done a little bit more on both sides this morning. This plaster thickness is enormous. I'm beginning to wonder if there's going to be any pool left. But got to be happy with the amount of effort they're putting into building up this level of waterproofing. Very quick thing on this septic tank. I did briefly touch on the fact that there is more backfill to do here. So if you look at where the top of the septic tank is compared to where that doorway is, for example, the bottom of the doorway, you'll see there is at least 1 foot, maybe a little more, of backfill that is going to go over the top of this septic tank. So it will be buried, which is again why the pipes stick out quite a long way, because obviously they need to be accessible. So yeah, it will be underground. Upstairs, JR is finishing off that last bit of wall. In fact, he has finished the top of this wall at the end of the corridor, and now he and Gringo are both going back over, doing a little bit of fill-in with plaster. And Richard is getting this wall between 2 bedrooms further up to height. And over on the other side, Marvin's just, well, surveying the scene, but basically he's getting that exterior wall up to height. And not singing yet. No singing. My bag. Here at the middle bedroom on the east of the house, Ronwell is creating this wall separating the 2 bedrooms. I think this is going to have to be Ronwell's room. He's done basically, I think, all of the walls in this room so far. And a new wall, which is the exterior wall, which goes between the master bedroom and the walk-in closet and bathroom. So that's new this morning. I don't think we've really looked at this before, but this is the upstairs engine room. So all the materials come in on the winch over here. Concrete mixer was taken downstairs a long time ago, so it's all hand mixing, and it all goes on here using this stuff. So I'm standing now where the walk-in closet will be, looking south, and I can't for the life of me remember whether this wall was done yesterday. The mortar at the top looks fresh, so it may be that at least some of this wall is new. Nothing yet on the west facing wall. Not sure how clear this is, but this is upstairs, and it would appear as though they're ready for karaoke. I don't know whether I missed some of this yesterday, but in the kitchen we have a fair bit more piping up in the ceiling. And there's more. Here in the pantry, I think we have 2 electricians working today. Oh no, it's electrician plus Ariel. And they are adding more of junction boxes. And I don't know if you can see it, but check out how cool this electrician's t-shirt is. I think it was yesterday that I said, I wonder why there's a gap over there where they've not added that additional level of plaster yet. Well, apparently there will be steps into the pool just there, so we'll see whether later on any more plaster is added in that section. It's early afternoon. I'm back from food shopping, which normally cheers me up, except that whenever I get there I suddenly remember that they don't sell a lot of the stuff that I would like to buy, so that didn't help. But I was safe in the knowledge that my beautiful Asawa was going over to the internet provider to sort out that problem. And it turns out we had been cut off for the, quite frankly, rather pedantic reason that we hadn't paid the bill since October. Oh, come on. Easy mistake to make. Anyway. Oh, and then, no, sorry, yes, you've now paid your bill, but you can't have your internet until next week because it's a weekend. Anyway, the wall is progressing quite nicely. That helps, that cheers me up a little bit. There is still most of the nonsense to get rid of, but where they can build the wall, they are. It's going up very well. At the swimming pool, I think they are mostly done with the perimeter in terms of plastering. There are gaps, and I'm not sure, but I think a number of them are for where water jets are going to be added. But the rest of the pool is basically done. So, they still have the island in the middle and the seating area. Well, same thing. They've got this to do. Upstairs, in Ronwell's room, this wall with pipes getting progressed. And actually Ronwell may have to share because JR is now, I think, working on this external wall facing east. Richard's wall is now more than halfway up. Maboto! And Marvin's wall, over on the far side, same height. And looking south, other Marvin's wall, including now the outline of a window, coming on nicely. It is 4 o'clock, and as it is Saturday, that's the end of the day. Well, give or take a minute or two. And here we are, outside the property on the bit around the corner, the south-facing part, and more progress. The top tie beam has been put in across 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, almost. 2 to go with the wall that's built. But down here, starting on Monday, this is where they really run into the obstacles. They have cleared enough to get these 2 more tie beams in. In fact, one of them is now concreted in. So they're making progress. It is hard work. Keep saying that. But they're getting close to that corner. Here at the swimming pool, I think I was premature earlier on in saying the perimeter of it was almost done. There are still parts left to be finished. So I'm pretty sure these guys will be back in tomorrow on Sunday. They usually, well, so far, they have come in on a Sunday. Upstairs in the house, the front wall of the middle eastern facing bedroom is starting to come along, as is the wall between these 2 bedrooms with the added bonus of orange. So a lot more conduit going in there, conduit stroke piping. That is where the bathroom is, so that's, I imagine, to do with drainage, water supply. We'll keep walking around. This is the north wall of the bedroom that's on the northwest corner. So that's headed up. The wall across to the corridor was already done. This wall between 2 bedrooms has also gone higher. So this is now in the southwest corner bedroom, and the wall at the end that's only a couple of blocks high, that's between the 2 rooms. So just immediately before that, you've got a bathroom for this bedroom, and where you see those orange pipes sticking up in the wall, just beyond that is the bathroom for the other bedroom. And I think the small low wall, just 2 blocks high at the moment, above basically the staircase, that's going into the corridor between the master bedroom and the master bathroom. I think that's new. And Marvin was continuing, one of the Marvins was continuing with that external wall with the window. The end of the work day, the end of the work week. although I think the swimming pool crew will be in tomorrow, and there may be a few other guys around. The day on which I revealed as a world exclusive that blueprints are all done in French. Apart from that minor hiccup, everything went well today. There was more work downstairs with the plumber and the electrician, but not really enough to show you any significant differences. But everything else went well. We will be back next week. So if you are watching this, sort of roughly when it gets published, enjoy the rest of your weekend. If not, just enjoy. See you next week.